Good afternoon. My name is David Greer. I'm the pastor of the Norvelt Union Church, and this is the third video in a series that I'm doing talking to some people from Norvelt. And we have two sisters here. We have Virginia Vahaley and Betty Sue Mondock, and their maiden names were Boytim, and their family is original to Norvelt. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. So may I ask, we believe Virginia, the older of the two sisters, is maybe the oldest resident as of today who can still tell us about the beginnings of Norvelt. Now, you moved to Norvelt, how old were you?
7.
7 years old. Do you know what year that was?
1940.
Was it 35?
35.
1935. So you can do the math if you want. So you were born in 1928, I assume.
Right.
See, I can do the math too. So, and then you came along later, but you have a distinction. You were literally born in Norvelt.
In the house.
In the Norvelt house that you grew up in, which is, and you never left Norvelt. You're still there.
Mm-hmm. On the property.
Yes. And we still consider Virginia living in Norvelt, even though she's relocated to the St. Anne's home in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. It's a lovely facility, and we're so happy that you found this place and that you're doing very, very well.
Thank you.
How were things different when you first moved to Norvelt? For instance, you would come home from school. Did you have chores that you had to do?
Yes. Change your clothes, put on play clothes.
Play clothes, right. And what kind of chores did you have to do? The washing or?
We had to help with the ironing, I know.
The ironing?
Yeah, you ironed everything.
Yes, I do not iron everything today. You're lucky if I probably have wrinkles in me right now. Did you help with the baking?
Help clean up.
You cleaned up with the baking?
Yeah.
Did you have chickens or other animals to take care of?
We had chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And they were penned up. They weren't running loose.
Yes, like some people run loose. Yes, they were penned up, and of course you gathered the eggs every morning?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. How many siblings did you have? You had your mother and your father. Now, how many of them? I know you had a brother John, because I knew him.
That's it.
That's the three of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, you must miss him very much.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. So when you first moved to Norvelt, first of all, where did you move from? Where were you from?
United.
And that's where you were born?
Yes.
United is just down the road from Norvelt. And what were your impressions? You were 7 years old?
Yes.
Do you remember your first Norvelt house when you moved in?
Yes, I do.
What did you have impressions about the kitchen or the running water or the plumbing, anything at all?
Bathroom.
The bathroom. That's what everyone says. Back then, it seems it wasn't that long ago when people had outhouses, but you had a running, flushing toilet upstairs. And how many rooms was your house?
5.
You had a 5-room house for your brother and you two and your parents, of course.
Yes.
And then your brother was the oldest?
Second.
He was second.
I'm the oldest.
We were 18 months apart.
18 months apart.
And I came along 9 years.
9 years later.
Yeah, and she came in from school one day and there was a baby crying in the house.
How did that happen? So you were born in Norvelt, Betty Sue. Has Norvelt changed over the years?
Oh, yes. Traffic is so much worse.
I'm sure.
We used to play jump rope and hopscotch out on the road in front of Wilson's house.
Okay. You couldn't do that now.
You're lucky to get out of the driveway.
Yeah, people don't even look anymore. They're on their phones or they're speeding down. It's only supposed to be 35 miles an hour.
25.
Oh, it's 25 miles. I guess I've been breaking the law. But people do come around that corner very quickly.
Yeah, and it's hard pulling out of our driveway. You have to be careful there. It's a bend.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So what did your father do for a living?
He worked on the cookyard.
He worked on the cookyard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, I assume he applied for a Norvelt house and he was granted one?
Yes, he did.
I should clarify, nobody was given anything. He had to work and pay his mortgage to own the house. Is that correct? Yes.
He worked for Norvelt for helping building and doing things there too. Did he work, you know?
Did he help build the Norvelt houses?
Yes, he did. He worked on the project, they called it.
What was his thing to do? Did he paint? Did he hammer? Did he do plumbing? Or a little bit of everything?
Cement blocks. I think he was big with cement blocks.
Cement blocks.
You know those stone walls along some of the roads?
Yes.
He helped put those up. I remember.
Oh,
those.
I think they're neat. I had a small stone wall in front of my property, and before I bought my property, and somebody removed it, and that would have been so nice to have there. Yeah,
He helped build them.
Yes. Now, did you go to the Norvelt school?
I went to first grade in United,
Mm-hmm.
second grade and third I went to Norvelt in the house that was the
Nursery school. Nursery school?
Nursery school.
Nursery school, yeah, I've heard about that, sure.
Yeah. And fourth and fifth grade I went to Hecla.
Okay. That's just down the road again, that's south. You walked
Yes.
from Norvelt to Southwest to Hecla.
Mm-hmm.
I guess everybody did, you have no choice. Did your parents own a car?
Yes, Daddy had a car.
But he had to take that to work.
Model T Ford.
Yeah. Do you remember the days of the streetcars?
Yes, I remember.
I wish we had those streetcars. I came right after the tracks were demolished, so that would have been so nice to hop on a streetcar and go here and there.
That's how Andy came to see her.
Oh, yes, your husband.
Yes.
Now, where was he from?
He was from Hostetler.
Austin, and he would get on a streetcar and come to see you.
Yes.
How did you two meet?
We met through friends
Okay.
At a dance? Didn't you meet at a dance?
at a dance.
Oh,
Yes.
that's very nice.
Marks Grove,
Okay.
Where was that at? In Bagley?
Bagley.
Okay. You know, for having to walk and only having one car and a streetcar, you sure got around, didn't you? You got to where you needed to be.
Yes. The streetcars were very reliable.
I wish we had them. But nobody has them anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, then you had to go to Hecla and get on the one to Greensburg. You had to exchange there. There was a store there where you got off the we rode to there, and you got on the one to Greensburg or Mount Pleasant, I guess.
I guess.
Mount Pleasant too?
Yes.
Okay.
Anywhere you wanted to go.
Uniontown.
Wow. Now, day to day, I mean, if we need a loaf of bread or a jug of milk, we just hop in a car and we go. What did you do back then? Did the milkman come to you, or did you have to go buy milk?
The milkman delivered milk every so many days.
And Sheller's Bakery came around.
I know they brought bread and cakes and
donuts.
Yeah.
A huckster came around with vegetables and fruit.
The huckster.
That's a new word.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard that word, but I didn't know there was one in Norvelt.
Yes.
Yeah. So people came to you. You didn't have to go get their stuff. People had to come to you. But of course, they can't do that with everything. There had to be stores somewhere.
They had the Norvelt store.
Oh, that's right. There was a store in Norvelt.
I don't know when that came. Do you know when that came?
Probably about the time you were born.
Oh.
There were little stores throughout the area, like in
The company stores?
company stores.
United?
Yeah. United.
Mutual? Did Mutual have one?
Hecla.
Yeah, Hecla had one right there in the corner.
So we did, that was where we went for groceries.
So you didn't starve.
No.
You had plenty.
Well, then our grandparents had a farm.
Oh, nice.
Every Thursday we went down to the farm to get our weekly supply of milk and homemade butter, cottage cheese, which they called smear case, and
Meat.
vegetables from the garden.
So they churned their own butter and made their own cottage cheese.
Yes.
Wow, that's I bet that was delicious.
It was
Yeah.
very good.
You can't compare with that old-timey food.
Right.
And they didn't have a lot of refrigeration then. They had it in the cold cellar. What do you call it? Way down in the ground, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
To keep it chilled.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and where did you meet your husband, Paul?
High school.
High school?
Yes.
Mount Pleasant High School or Hearst?
Hearst.
Hearst, of course, Hearst. Yeah.
Yeah, we were high school sweethearts.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went through nurses training, and you weren't allowed to get married when you were in nurses training.
Yeah.
And then I had to work a year, so then we got married, and it's all history.
Yes, and you've been married how many years now?
64.
64 years. That's tremendous.
We have 3 children. We have 9 grandchildren. And our first granddaughter is getting married in October in New York City.
Oh.
So we have to go to the big city for the wedding.
Like it or not, you have to leave Norvelt once in a while.
Yeah.
And how about you? How many children do you have, Virginia?
I have 1 daughter, 1 granddaughter, and 3 grandsons.
Weren't you two due at the same time?
Oh, yes.
Ah, my.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a competition between
We
sisters.
owned the Viking then, too.
Okay.
And I went 5 weeks early, and then my dad had to run it because she went the next day.
The Viking was a little restaurant in Norvelt, very much missed and very much loved, that sold burgers and shakes and fries. Submarines, sandwiches. Okay. Oh, that's great.
It was Mary Jo's before.
Mary Jo's.
Yeah.
It's had several names over the
Now
years.
it's Tappan.
Now it's Tappan, right? Right there in Norvelt, the building's still there. Mm-hmm. So when you worked at the restaurant, what was your duties? What did you have to do?
Well, we were kind of in charge. We had a cook, serving the people, getting orders. A lot of the teachers would order lunch, and they'd come and pick it up then, So, and then she did the bookwork and whatever too, and she was down there some. But it was an experience.
I'm sure. How long did you have the restaurant?
Almost 20 years.
20 years, my goodness.
I think.
You could teach a class.
We were young, but a lot of it, Paul still sees these kids, they're almost his age,
Yes.
They were customers then, but he was working there. Because he'd work there till closing and then get up and go to work in the morning, and my dad would do it and Andy would do it. They took turns. 3 of us owned it. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, but that's all history. But we always hear about it because someone said, boy, could I go for a Viking stuff.
Yes.
And, the place that made our buttons is out of business, or I'd tell them down there where to get the stuff and tell them how we made it. But they're no longer in existence.
Well, nothing lasts forever, I suppose.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It was an experience.
I'm sure. So, thinking back on Norvelt, that's what this is about. We're doing this interview for the Norvelt Historical Society. What do you think made Norvelt different than other towns? Or was there anything?
Well, we had the organizations right here.
Yes.
Like the Mothers Club and the
I've heard much about the Mothers Club and, of course, the Volunteer Fire Department.
Yes, and the Mount Pleasant Township Women's Club, other people could belong to it too, but in the Civic Club. And so then they built this civic building down there, and of course it's no longer that, but it's still in existence too with the beauty shop.
It seems like there was always something to do back then. There was always an activity, a reason to get together. You knew your neighbors.
Yes, you do.
You knew your neighbors' kids. I knew that growing up. I'm a little younger than you two, but growing up in Norvelt, people knew who I was, and I was always amazed. Like I knew to behave myself. I was a good kid, but like if I misbehaved, it seemed like everyone knew who I was, even though I had no idea who they were. Yeah. But I was that Greer boy,
You were the only boy.
I was the only boy. I had 3 sisters, and my father was the only boy. He had 4 sisters.
Oh.
So I guess boys don't really run in the family very well.
How about your sisters? Do they have very many boys?
Yes. There's a few of them have boys. Yeah. So there are some grandsons there. But I'm very proud that I lived in Norvelt and I was raised there from the beginning. But when I tell people that I never lived off the road that I'm now living on, it sounds pathetic when I say that out loud. My parents were up on, was it Astor? My grandparents and my parents and I. Arbor, that's right. And then it was the dead end, we called it. We didn't call it by the name. Of course, my parents lived down the road, and I lived down the road. If I had children, they'd probably live down the road. We never got off of our circle.
Well, did your grandparents live in any
Yes, they lived in, I think, A53, and they lived at the hog farm in Brinkerton for a while. Oh. I believe so. But,
We were A40.
A40. Yeah, I know my grandparents ended up at A44 up the road, And then my parents lived in A75.5. They were odd numbers back then because they were subdividing all the land, and you'd have like a 40, the 70 between a 40 and a 30. It was now everybody several years ago they gave everybody new numbers, new house numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the Historical Society would still love to have the sections divided.
Oh yes.
A, B, C, D, E, and F.
We still call it by.
We do.
We're all from A section.
Oh, yeah.
The three of us, right?
Yep,
A section.
A section. Yep.
And I don't know that it was I know we think it was the better section, but being it came first, the A, were people from B section jealous of A section? Was there anything like that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, how about with the children your age?
It was the biggest section
The biggest section, A section.
of all of them.
Yeah. I do know that people just still talk about their sections and what section they're from, and there's still great pride in Norvelt, isn't there?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the older ones, the newer ones, I hope to think that newer people moving in do get a sense of the pride that the older people had in their town. Hopefully they're just not there, just because it was convenient. I hope they, not just that, but I hope they actually understand the pride that we older citizens have in our village.
Yeah, well, I lost one of my friends, one of your neighbors this past year, Ruth Schlingman.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
We were friends. We walked to each other's house. We were to school 12 years together, and we remained friends all these years. It was really hard
I'm sorry.
losing her. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
After a while, we had bus service, Somerset Bus Company.
Oh, really?
Yes,
And they would take you anywhere you wanted to go?
from Norvelt to Greensburg.
Okay.
Then they went on further.
Uh-huh.
That was very good too. We
Oh.
got on down at the crossroad there.
I think that's awesome.
Now they have the buses they can get down there too, I guess.
Right. So we talked a little bit about the store in Norvelt, but that building, even though it's half gone now, it's the post office.
Most of it's gone. That was
Yeah,
all
most-
new. That was
I'm always amazed when people say, well, there was a doctor was in there and a shoe repair person was in there and the farmer. How did all those things fit in that building?
Well, the dairy bar was first.
Yes.
And then the post office. And the steps to the upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the store. And then the barber shop.
Oh, there was a barber shop too.
Yeah. And that became the doctor's
Beauty
office.
shop
Was there a beauty shop too?
in the back of the barber
Oh,
shop.
okay.
Well, that building contained everything.
Yeah, that was a big fire.
Yeah.
It was like a little shopping center.
That's
Yeah,
so
right.
nice and convenient.
Yeah, the shoemaker was in the basement.
Mhm.
Anne always talks about that.
The shoemaker, yes.
Yeah, her grandfather, I guess.
Yeah. So you too, as we're coming to the close of this interview, do you have any sort of parting words about Norvelt, or are you glad it's still doing well?
It's nice to have it continue with the Historic Society.
I agree with that.
I'm sorry I can't be of any help anymore, but life changes.
You are helping because we're doing this today, and people are going to get to see you and hear you, and hopefully sharing your love of our village. Yes. And how about you, Betty Sue? Anything you'd like to just add or say about Norvelt?
It's been great. It's been a great place to live. And we're up on that hill, so we're away from everything. But we have great neighbors, and new neighbors in her house now, and they're great. And but sooner or later we'll have to move on.
Either one way or another, sooner or later we move on.
We've never moved. We built a house when we got married, and then we never moved.
Yeah.
Built onto it, made it bigger, which we don't need now.
Right. I think you summed it up with the word neighbors. I have very good neighbors. I'm so grateful for that. I can't imagine living in a place where the neighbors are a problem to you, but just the opposite. They check on me, and I check on them, and we do for each other.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Yes, that's a nice place. So if you're moving into Norvelt, if you're planning on it, remember, you got to be a good neighbor. The Bible says so. We're to be good neighbors to everybody. So anything at all, anything else.
It's been a great life in Norvelt for me.
Mm-hmm.
I felt safe with my children growing up there. And
The house next door.
My best neighbor, my sister.
I looked after her until she came here, so.
Very good, yes. Yeah, you're wonderful for each other. You're good sisters to one another. Absolutely. Well then, I guess we're about finished. Thank you for watching. Until next time, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.